G'day everyone, Professor Maple here. We're back on Maple's World, hanging out in the spawn chunks with the we've got more cats. We've got two more cats. This is 2, 4, 5 out of the 11 that we need. Pretty sure, according to the achievement, if I go to the right spot here, we've technically got 7. I've got a couple at the base, but we're gonna just use the cats here as our tally because it's easier to keep track of that way. So I will have doubles eventually, and that's fine. I've done some reorganizing of the beds. The beds were just one block too close the one way. I fixed a lot of those, and yeah, that's really all we're doing here is checking in on the cats. What we're really doing today, is I'm going to make a thing with the contents of the shulker box, and we're going to get some bees going. We're gonna start automating the farming process for the bees. It's gonna be great, and we're gonna get lots of blocks and stuff that we can build with later, experiment with, that sort of thing. All right, and welcome back to the hive, everybody. I want to appreciate your comments and whatnot, likes on the last video. It's greatly appreciated. Today we've got the bees here. We're gonna save these guys for later. I've been breeding them up. I've been increasing their numbers. They are actually, these ones are due for harvest. And so are these. Good. Okay. But yeah, we'll touch more on those guys later. For now, oh, it's getting dark. For now, I need to go to bed. And then we'll get started on the contents of this shulker box here. So basically, oh, hi cactus. There, we could just get the right angle on the bed there. Yeah, my armor's fine. All right, cool. So basically, I've been trying to figure out what neat things I could do for this. Oh, hi, Wandering Trader. Do you have nice deals? We've actually got emeralds today. Hold on. Detour. I've got 5 emeralds to my name. What have we got? We've got a dancing villager. We've got coral blocks, which, 1 for 3 is not really something super within my budget right now, but we'll do it. More coral blocks than I have right now without going and grabbing them myself, so the rest of his deals are kind of pants. So anyway, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna just drop that in there for the moment. Right, yes, red sandstone. I need to grind that up into what is it? Some of it's stairs, some of it's going to be the smooth stuff. So we're going to do about half and half. I think we're going to do half and half here. So smooth stone or smooth sandstone. I'm going to do stairs, and I'm going to. Oh wait, no, I need slabs. I could do slabs with some of this, but we'll get that sorted later. For now, though, what I want to do is get this build underway. So I've been looking at different things I could do for this hex. This hex, I don't think I've explained it yet, is going to be the. It's basically the wheat hex. You've got your settler's clay, Catan, sheep wool. You've got your desert where the robber lives, and then you've got this one's going to be the wheat hex. So we're going to make a whole bunch of farmland, but I figured it was going to be easier to decorate it first. We got our first set piece here. I maybe could put like a rock pile somewhere. I'm not sure if, for those of you who've worked on farms before or lived on farms, and therefore probably still worked on farms because usually you live there, you work there kind of thing. Do I have any full? I don't. Okay, well, we'll use these slabs for now. Um, usually, if you live on a farm, you end up working there, uh, and a lot of farm work, when you have crops, at least. And I made these path blocks to mark out where I'm working here. A lot of farm work, when you are on a crop farm, involves uh, picking rocks from the fields every spring, because every winter the snow kind of moves rocks around and pulls them in, and that sort of thing. And it can be very bad for your equipment, your plows, that sort of thing, if you just kind of leave everything there. Maybe I should have those slabs in my offhand here. We'll do that. Um, it can be really bad for your equipment, so generally you have to go picking rocks at least once a year per field. And so when you pick rocks, if you don't just like take them all out of there, which is probably your best option these days, because otherwise the snow is just going to move them back into the field. Um, if you don't move those rocks, you just kind of stick them in a pile at the side of the field. And a lot of times back in the day, they didn't have like access to the equipment to move the rocks. Their tractor maybe didn't have a bucket on it, or they didn't have a trailer for their, or a wagon for their tractor in order to move the rocks. And so, yeah, that's not what I'm building. I'm not building a pile of rocks right now. I hope it's a little more elaborate than a pile of rocks, although it's currently just a pile of bricks. So, column A, column B, right there. Um, but yes, at points you would have like a pile of rocks at the side of like a field or something. So maybe somewhere, maybe in that corner, I'll put just like a pretty looking pile of rocks, a stylized rock pile. That villager just dancing away. Just loves to groove, that guy. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna want the wooden buttons. Now, do I want? Oh, no. I'm not. Let's leave the buttons for near the end, because I'm not sure what it's gonna look like without more of the thing here. So, um, I imagine it's fairly evident at this point. This is going to be a tractor. Um, by the time we get finished this, I wanted to do some building on camera, but I'm really bad at talking and following reference material at the same time. Surprise, multitasking hard. Um, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But oops, that's one too many. I gotta use these blocks sparingly here. I only have so many of them. That's starting to look vaguely tractor-like, although it also sort of looks like a Centiskorch or something of a Pokemon now. Just a four-legged Centiskorch, but it's got one of those little dog wheelchair things at the back. Oh, goodness gracious, that's gonna get mocked up into a picture at some point, isn't it? Anyway, the reason I point this stuff out is because it's important to if you don't know about these things, you learn things about things you don't already know about, which I guess is the definition of learning. You find out things you're not familiar with. But yeah, not everyone grows up on a farm or thinks about where their food comes from or whatever. And I think it's kind of important to kind of touch upon every once in a while. Take a step back and have an idea of what the source of your nutrition is. A lot of people in the industry that your food comes from don't really get the recognition they deserve. And they're very proud people a lot of times. Not always, but very commonly very proud people. So for them to do a whole lot of, well, we kind of have to be to do that much work and to get the less than the recognition that they kind of deserve there. But anyway, I digress. Serious adult issue topic dealies aside, this is starting to look a bit more tractor-like now. But I am now realizing I've made an error with these stairs. They are one block too far along, because yes, it's supposed to look like a tractor, but I also want it to, oop, no, dang it. I also want it to function, well, I was going to say like a tractor, not so much like a tractor, but I want it to be able to go inside it, and like we've got every one of these settlers hexes has an interactive component to it. You've got a bed to sleep in 3 of them so far. They all have a building or a structure of some sort. And I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want to put like a farmhouse on this one because we already have like a farmhouse over there. Even though it's more like an English cottage style farmhouse, I was like, I don't want to repeat myself here. Even a lot of the farmhouses I was going to build are still very stylistically different from what could go in here. I still didn't want to. Oh, we could do stairs for that, I guess, instead of slabs. Yeah, we could. I still wanted to keep it varied and not samey. So this is what we're doing now. Maybe that's no. I don't like that how that touches the ground. I'm gonna have to go back and make some slabs. Now, right now, I'm debating: do I want to go with the regular sandstone slabs, the red sandstone slabs, or do we want to go with the cut sandstone slabs? This is a bit more uniform. But I originally designed it like this, and I kind of like the texture on the top and the bottom, and the cut stone blocks in the middle, kind of breaking up that texture. I like that more. So I think that is what we're gonna go with. Leave a comment if you think I'm wrong. Let me know what you think there, and we'll see what we if we keep it or not. But I like this decision so far. Now you might be wondering, hey Maple, why on earth are you using orange? Like I get that it's the theme color of the hex, but like orange is very much like all over the one section of your base. Why keep going with that? I could have made this tractor blue, I could have made this tractor red, I could have made it green or gray, and those all would have matched various tractor brands. And my answer to that is, it's when I was growing up, one of my friends, they had orange tractors. That's the color of tractors that they had when we were growing up, and so that's just kind of sticks in my mind. Even though my cousins had other different colors of tractors and so on and so forth, this is kind of what I want to go with, because it's it's just kind of it feels right to have a tractor be orange. Plus, like, if you're operating heavy equipment, it should be like a bright color so you can see it, so you can know to get out of the way, right? I feel like that's only proper there. Alright guys, I'm going to show you a little trick here. We're gonna do some detailing on the top of the tractor here, because we could just have a flat thing here, but if we put a sign here, a sign here, all sort of facing so they're lined up with the front of the tractor, and then we just stick some orange carpets on top, we get this neat little line here. And now you've got a little detail on top of your tractor there. That's looking pretty neat, pretty official. It's like maybe half a half a pixel on there above the height of the carpet, which is really neat. And really, I think really helps with making that pop there. A little bit of contrast in the middle of it. Could have used acacia signs, but we've got enough detail on here. I can kind of choose now between the different flavors of buttons we've got here. Don't eat the buttons. Don't eat. Beware of the buttons. Do not eat them. So we've got oak buttons. We've got, do we want to try it on the other side, I guess? We've got stone buttons, which kind of blend in with the back wheel. They look all right on the front one, but I think it blends in too much with the rear wheels, so we're maybe not going to do stone button. Or we have the acacia button, which kind of ties in the middle of the wheels with the rest of the build a bit better. But maybe it's too bright. I'm not sure if I really like it. Like, it's definitely stands out a bit more against the dark color of the nether brick. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go with acacia there. That's my mind is set. Now another detail that we're gonna do here is we're gonna how do I do this here? It's that and that. Put these banners on, and then also on this block. Oop, no, that's not how it works. Hold on. It's been a hot minute since I've done this here. So item frames first, right? And then we do the banner. Okay, yep, banner goes on top of the item frame. All right, and then we do some of this. We're gonna pop. Oh, am I gonna get the hitbox of the banner now? Oh, okay. Ah, all right. So we're gonna pop the banner off. Pop this in here to be our headlight. Grab our banners back. Now we put them over top so that we have nice little concealed. Oh, did I not put a? I didn't. Ah. I'm just defeating myself today. I'm my own worst enemy. Alright, how about this there? That's better. So now we've got some headlights. Look at that. Look at that detail. Now it kind of hangs out under the hoppers a little bit, but that's fine. That's not really all that bad. Oh, hi, Biz. And we can do that on the wheels here. We get some extra little lights there. Sometimes they're like warning lights on the fronts of these. And then we're gonna do the same on the back, but we're gonna do it in red, because then it's like a brake light. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And we're back. Welcome to the tractor. I've finished it up. Let me take you for a tour here. So we've got our. Oh, I just realized I didn't actually design a steering. Hold on. We need a steering wheel for this thing. We've got what do we got? We've got item frame and ender pearl. Maybe is the round thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We could do this. We can put these item frames on horizontal surfaces now. There, now we have a steering wheel. Perfect. Let's try this again here. All right, so now we have a steering wheel in our tractor. What else have we got going on here? We've got our lovely sign detail that you saw earlier. We've got some coolers for lunch to bring our lunch with us, so we don't have to make a trip back to the farmhouse in between runs, and just bring something with us. Off we go. It's cheaper to bring your own food anyway. Not that you're really buying anything extra if you're eating at home, but let's see. We've got a roof on here. I debated between the regular slabs and the smooth slabs, and I think I really like the smooth slabs in comparison. They just look more like a finished roof here. I've got a little exhaust pipe on the top of the engine there. We've got access to this from both sides. I've did some grass detail and sort of like a laneway kind of deal in front of and behind it and around it, and of course it's maybe just a laneway to a field, so it's not, the grass isn't mowed, but it's used often enough it's not tall grass, and at least in the middle of it the edges are a bit longer, and that's understandable. So I think we're good to go for that. I'm starting to like how this is pulling together. I think now we just kind of have to make the field part of it look interesting. That's going to be kind of tricky. I think before we do that, though, I've also just in between, I've been breeding up the bees here. I've been taking them down. I've actually done a lot of work off camera here. I've kind of not been feeling like I should be recording, but look at this here. We've got NIM bombs, bee farm set up on two sides here. No, Ilmango, sorry. Ilmango's farm. One of the two. I'll put the right answer up on the screen. I definitely watched their tutorial. That's why I didn't build it on screen, is because it's their video. Go watch. I'll link it in the description. Go watch it to see if you want to make it yourself. We've got this one for our honey bottles, and we've got this one for our honeycomb. The honeycomb producing a heck of a lot, and the honey bottles, well, I had to get a lot of sand and smelt it down and make it into bottles, so that one's not as far along. It's also the one that I had to breed more bees into. I didn't put enough bees in it originally, and so it started off slow because it had fewer bees in it. And really right now I don't have the second layer of glass on it, just in case. I think we've got enough bottles that I should be able to just, yeah, we should be fine for sending bottles back into the system here. But like, look at all this. We can craft so much honey. Oh, we don't even have to go back and forth. We could just do that. That's nice. All right, cool. Thank you, Mojang. That's nice and easy. I'll put these blocks back in. We now have over a stack of honey blocks. And I think that's going to be kind of fun to play with here. Like Play-Doh, fun to play with, not to eat, except it is. You can eat it. You can totally eat honey. Not the honeycomb though. I think so. Now I think we're gonna take a break from decorating the wheat hex, the crop hex, to decorate this. Maybe, I don't know. I have to have extra hoppers over here because sometimes honeycomb flies over here. But other than that, like, we've got plenty of room to decorate. I've got a stairway going up from, or up/down from the item room here. So now this doesn't just lead to a dead end, which is nice. I initially meant to have a hex just the right height, or both these hexes the same height, and it didn't make sense for this one. And so yeah, now we have something that makes sense here in context of the thing. But we also have our slime block bouncy machine coming up to the melon/pumpkin farm hex, which is great. I like it. Alright guys, so we're down here. I'm trying to decide. So something really comforting about all the sounds related to these bees, the way they pop in and out of the hives, and that ambient humming noise in the background. I might, you know what, I'm gonna throw up some of the friendly creatures sounds. See if that increases our hum. Maybe bees aren't counted as friendly creatures? I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so yeah, I want to basically change this hex. I don't want to, especially now that I've got it all built in here, I don't want to move these farms down. But I do want to kind of cover at least the fronts up and make the almost make it so I can get up to about level with the containers here and see the bees inside. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop that away. We're gonna grab our stuff so it doesn't despawn, and then now I have to kind of decide how to build a thing that looks good, but also lets me see the bees. Alright, so we put some honey there and there, some comb, the comb of the honey. It's not how you pronounce honeycomb, but that's fine. And we'll just stick like a little maintenance door. Nope, other way. But you know, any chance I get to use these birch doors is a chance to get rid of another birch door. And you can see it's just all doors and sand I've layered on top of itself. It's crazy. I've got so many birch doors. You know, it's kind of a box, but I don't mind it so much. It's got enough shape with the stairs that you kind of almost forget that. So we're gonna walk you through the features of our modifications here. We've got the stairs, so you can walk up, see the bees right up close behind the glass, pollinating the flowers, getting the dusty stuff, all that fun stuff going on there. We've got our little maintenance door here. I don't imagine things should get stuck in the hoppers, but if something for some reason does that shouldn't be there, we can go grab it. We've got this honey block above our chest, which will allow it to open still, and we can still get everything out of it. If we had put a honey block above it instead, or a honeycomb block, it doesn't let that happen. So of course we need the honey block instead. We also have on this side a little window. We can see the redstone through it. It's kind of neat. You can kind of see through it a little bit that way. I kind of like it. You can see that hopper looks like it's encased in amber looking through here. That's something special. I love that. We're holding on to that feature. Actually, you know what we could probably do? I could potentially just cover these hoppers with honey blocks too, and they'll still pick up items if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they'll still pick. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Keep that going there, and then we can even go like that. Although that just feels forced. No, we're not. No, those are going to be visible hoppers no matter what. There's no change in that. But yeah, if I show you up top here, we've got what have we got? We've got our honey blocks on top because they're not technically a full block, so things can't spawn on them. They also slow down your movement and have a really weird footstep sound to them. I'm leaving. It's kind of like when you open up like an old computer or something. I like the way the redstone is just kind of exposed here, so I've just left it. I have no plans to cover it over. I might replace that row of slabs with honey blocks too. I don't know. But I can't really jump off of here. Let's see. And then we've got more window stuff this side. And it's more kind of the box, but I really don't mind that with this. This isn't quite a like a proper rectangle, so it doesn't really matter as much that large section of it is box-like, because there's enough of it that isn't a box that it kind of balances out. So I think I'm gonna. I maybe want to cover these hoppers though. I want to make this side of it yellow, so I might just cover that over with honeycomb and see how it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try it. It's maybe too much of the same. It just needs something a little different. There we go. That's better. Now we've got some yellow concrete powder to represent the pollen that the bees kind of carry on their butts and their legs and stuff on their way back to the hives. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think it's not as dark as I was expecting. The thing I was gonna replace that with, but that doesn't look so bad. All right, guys, we're back, and I've finished the decorating. If we take a look here, I've put our little redstone window in the top there, on both sides of both farms. So now we've got 4 little windows to look through. They look pretty nice together. I didn't really do much different on this one than was on over here, other than I don't have these extra hoppers to catch, because the honeycomb just go flying everywhere. The bottles are a lot more tame that way, so I didn't need to have those extra hoppers out there. I probably don't really need those extra hoppers, but it just keeps everything a little more tidy than it would otherwise be. Pun intended, of course. So yeah, there are windows. That's pretty much all we've got. I'm kind of happy with just kind of leaving our little like utility area here with the clock and the bed and stuff. I might have to move the clock if I ever redecorate this wall or something, which future times, future maple problems gonna happen in the future when I have to worry about it later. Right now though, I think what I want to do to close out the episode is just take a look at, that was a weird inhale noise. We're just gonna take a look at what's left of the wheat hex here. We've got our vegetables. We've got a rock pile, our stylized rock pile. It's not so bad. It looks a little forced, and I don't know. I'm open to comments to see what we can do with that, because it's kind of, I don't want to build it too high because the rock piles aren't too high, but and you know, you also kind of get a mix of different color rock in there, so I didn't want to just keep it all cobblestone or anything like that either. So open to suggestions for that. Otherwise, we've got, well, the same path, and all the left side stuff is the same. We've got the tractor that you guys saw earlier. We've got some grass and some more flowers coming in. I really like these cornflowers. I don't really like the orange and blue put them together kind of thing all the time, but the cornflowers they're just enough. They're not too in your face. They're kind of there. Their presence is there, but they're not like, hey everybody, look at me, I'm a cornflower, and it's great. And then we've got our wheat, which is now grown completely over here. With exception of this little baby wheat over here. That'll grow eventually. That's fine. So I think for now, I hope you have a good now. I hope you have a good later, and we'll see you next episode on Maple's World, where we do another project. I've just did like 2 in an episode. I've got all sorts of energy to get this going and get the show on the road here. So let's get back to that sometime in the soonness. Goodbye.